Yes, we've decided that the hottest day of the year is a great idea to play some bolt action. And we've not played for a while, so we thought we'd break out the figures, the dice, and yeah, let's get some bolt action going. So today we're playing this scenario, Top Secret. So this is where we are both after some secret documents that, rather than being in a shot down plane, are in this German 251 here. So what we need to do is both sides need to basically health a leather towards this vehicle, grab the briefcase, and then get off the your table edge. Quite a simple objective, if you ask me. Whether that comes to pass is another thing. So we're playing this game at 1250 points, a nice comfortable point threshold to get the game finished in a reasonably good time. Yeah, so we'll be back in a second with the forces. So this is the force I'm taking, and it's predominantly 99% Fallschirmjager, and it's based around the Normandy list in the bolt action book. 7 order dice, all veteran, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but I'll run through basically what I've got here. So I've got 3 sections of late war Fallschirmjager. These are all equipped with, each section's got 2 LMGs, there's a smattering of assault rifles, and each section, the first 2 sections have got a Panzerfaust, the 3rd section hasn't, and the fourth section is a veteran here, Grenadier Squad, 1 LMG, and they are, how can I put it, equipped with a lot of assault rifles, lots and lots of assault rifles. So yes, I'm not exactly going for historical accuracy on this one, but it should be fun rolling that amount of dice. We've then got a Panzerschreck team. This is actually, the more keen-eyed of you will notice this is not a Panzerschreck team. This is the Bazooka team, but it counts as a Panzerschreck team. I've got a 1st Lieutenant veteran and a Stug 3 veteran. I've paid the points for Schertzen. So this comes out at a grand total of 1,247 points, 7 order dice, and seeing how many order dice the Americans have got, I'm quite terrified. So speaking of the Americans, let's move on to their list.
Hello, and my list, to counteract that of Steve, is a first time out for most of my American units. We have a platoon headquarters. Sorry, my camera work is not the best. We have a platoon headquarters, a medic, a bazooka team, 1, 2, 3, 4 standard infantry squads. This is all regular. A light mortar, a medium machine gun. We have borrowed from my Marines an anti-tank gun with a horse to drag it, a sniper team, and the bit I've been waiting to use for a long time, El Diablo. We shall see how he performs, but knowing my dice rolls, this could get messy.
So before we get into the game, let's have a bit of a look over the table. We are currently in the small French hamlet of St Fromage. So it's a mix of buildings and wheat fields and roads and just bits and pieces, basically. A lot of scatter, cut off fire lanes, etc. As I mentioned earlier, the objective is here in the middle. This is the SDKFZ 251 that we must get the secret document from. So the wheat fields, you cannot run through the wheat fields. That's advance only. Walls are going to be hard cover, fences soft cover. These hedgerows here, soft cover. Again, a good mixture of hard and soft cover for the most part. So there we go. So the game is it's going to be 6 turns, then we'll dice off for whether there's a turn 7 or not. We have made a slight change to the suggested rules in the scenario. So I'm allowing the American sniper to forward deploy. In this scenario, all units are in reserve and must dice to come on as reserves. So we just thought it would make more sense that if if both sides are, you know, sort of reconning the area, they're going to send forward scout teams and snipers, etc. So we are allowing the sniper to forward deploy. Right, so there we go. So we're going to go on to turn 1. We'll run through that and we'll join you at the end of turn 1 to show you exactly what's happened. So that's the end of turn 1, which was largely uneventful. We'll get to the eventful part at the end. So what we said, sort of a house rule, was that we couldn't run the units on. I think that would get us to the objective a bit too quickly. So we've advanced all the units on. As I mentioned earlier, we're using the reserves rule within bolt action, so you've got a test to come on. Remarkably, only 2 units failed to come on. My Panzerschreck team and what was the other one?
My bazooka team.
And a bazooka team failed to arrive. They've been distracted by bottles of vino or other such tomfoolery. So yeah, everyone just advanced on. So we've got the Americans here, Pershing, and we've got a smattering of troops across here. My units, so I've got my Fallschirmjager and my Heer veterans all came on. So not much action apart from the very last dice roll. So my Stug 3 here advanced into the wheat field and spied the US infantry section at the far end of there. Bit of a Hail Mary shot, but it hit, and net result was 5 casualties for that that section there. So Stug is paying back its points, which is something new for me because my Stug rarely does anything. Actually, it's done quite well in the past. What am I saying? It's been quite a good servant to me. So that's the end of turn 1. So we're all prepared for an assault on the objective here to grab that secret intel and get off the table. So we will please join us at the end of turn 2. So that is the end of turn 2. Bit of action, not much more than that. So let's start with what happened. So a lot of the sections have just been manoeuvring as they make their way towards this this objective here with the top secret plans. So what actually happened? So this unit of Fallschirmjager advanced up to the hedges, and the LMGs let rip at, well, there was a sniper on there. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I did 1 pin, didn't do any damage. Then the sniper went to fire back, and unfortunately, what's his name? Is it Private Bickle? Private Bickle. Private Bickle had a bit of an incident and foobarred, much to my delight and merriment. Anyway, there wasn't much in the way of shooting his own men, so he skedaddled back. Monty Pythoned over here. He's all the way over there. Re-education will be needed at sniper school for Private Bickle. Then the thing that worried me is the Pershing here advanced, pivoted, and took a shot right down this lane at this group of Fallschirmjager. First of all with the super heavy anti-tank gun, which missed. Then he opened up with a coax and added, oh no, it was the machine guns added, yeah. So the machine guns added 1 pin, but no casualties. Then my Stug, which is festooned here in the wheat fields, took a shot at the 37mm anti-tank gun and promptly missed. Not much to say after that. Like I say, most of it's just been re-manoeuvring or repositioning for turn 3, but the objective is still here. Who's going to grab the secret plans on turn 3? So we'll see you at the end of the 3rd turn. So here we are at the end of turn 4, and quite the turn it was as well. There was a lot more advancing into position, but there was a whole lot more firing in this turn. What happened though, my Fallschirmjager here have grabbed the objective, they've grabbed the briefcase, and they'll be making their way off the table as soon as possible. They have been depleted. They took a number of fire from here, from that section over there, the HQ, and a section in that building there. The Pershing super heavy here fired again at this unit, only killed one, but D3 pins landed 3 pins, so they're now on 4 pins. This unit advanced here. My Panzerschreck team advanced, took a shot at Pershing and missed. They could be in severe trouble in the next turn. Over here though, my Stug again took aim down here and targeted the 37mm anti-tank gun, landed a perfect hit and took out the crew and the medic that was sadly stood behind the crew. I don't normally target medics, but on this occasion he was in the line of fire, so that's 2 units lost by the Americans. So we're moving in now into turn 4. So what will happen? Will my Fallschirmjäger get off the start to make their way off the table here? We've got a lot of full strength US infantry sections making their way across the board. My guys here, these are the backup plan. So if I have to pass off the briefcase to these guys to run off the table, that's going to be it. I'm hoping this will be enough though. So if I can get the run on the next turn, I think I'm going to get the briefcase off the table. But we shall see in the next turn, which will be the end of turn 4. Hello and welcome back to the end of turn 4, and much has been happening in this turn. So as you'll see, the Fallschirmjäger have grabbed the objective and they've run away. They retreat, tactically moved away from...
Away.
They didn't run away, they tactically moved. They reduced to 2 men because they got an absolute shellacking from the unit there and the unit in that building there. Luckily, the lieutenant there ran up and used his morale bonus to get them to pass that order. They ran, so they're in the relative safety of these French shops here. The Panzerschreck team is sadly no longer with us. The Pershing backed up and decided to give it some bad news, but didn't do any damage. But this team, this full section here, advanced, opened fire, and marmalised them, and they were gone in basically one hail of fire, and the Panzerschreck team is no more. This section here opened up on the team in that building there, killed 2. The Stug couldn't repeat his heroic feat of the previous turn. He fired at the section down there. This has now been replaced by a horse, a lone horse by itself. But for the most part, yeah, a bit more repositioning. But that's where we're at the end of turn 4. The Fallschirmjäger have got the objective. They're close to the shops. What's going to happen? Let's move into turn 5. So we are back at the end of turn 4, and disaster for the Fallschirmjäger. They ran in the last turn to here, and the plan was to then give it toes towards the edge of the board. They were testing on a 10, using the lieutenant's morale bonus there, and managed to roll an 11, and so they're stuck out in the middle of the road carrying the top secret plans in a briefcase. They were shot at by the now relocated sniper and thankfully missed. There's been an exchange of fire between this unit of Fallschirmjäger and the US infantry in the building here, resulting in a couple of casualties on each side. This unit advanced up again and took a pot shot at the lieutenant. Thankfully he was ensconced behind some cover and nothing really happened to him. This team have advanced up to the wall here. Now the Pershing has kept up its punishing fire against what remains of this Fallschirmjäger unit here. So they're on 7 pins, down to 4 men, but they did pass their order test because they're stubborn. The bazooka team here, they stealthily sneaked up and took a shot at the Stug here and missed. The Stug wasn't in the mood for this kind of shenanigans from the bazooka team, so he fired back and promptly missed as well. This infantry unit has advanced up, as is the HQ here, and the horse is doing horse things over there. And that's where we are. We're ending the turn on horse things. So we're up to now turn 5. It's going to be a crucial turn, this, for the Fallschirmjager. They've got the briefcase, but they're low on manpower. Can they do it? We shall see. And here we are at the end of a very short turn 5 and the end of the game. It's a victory for the Fallschirmjager, although it was brown trousers time. Over here is the bazooka team, quite annoyed from being shot at on the previous turn, decided to shoot at the stug, and they hit it, and they penetrated it. Unfortunately, it was a roll of a 1 on the damage chart, so it was just a stunned crew. Yeah, I thought Mr. Stug was he's gonna bite it that turn, so I'm glad he stuck around because he served me very well during this game. Bazooka team, very brave of them, getting that close to a stug that had done some quite considerable damage during the rest of the game. And then the objective has been secured. So the Fallschirmjager section here that had the briefcase passed an order test and ran down here, handed it off to the NCO of this Grenadier section. Next order was mine, and they've skedaddled off the table. So that's victory for the Fallschirmjager. Took quite a beating, quite a mauling, but what can I say? That was an immensely enjoyable game of bolt action. It was good, wasn't it?
That was good. It's good.
Yeah. It was good getting back to it. It's been a while since we've had a game.
About 12 months.
About 12 months. But yeah, really interesting game of bolt action. I would recommend this scenario. It's very different, isn't it?
It gives you that focal point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it gives you something. I mean, I know other scenarios give you an objective, but this one is very, very focused on getting that briefcase and getting it off the table. But yeah, we've certainly enjoyed our day out here in St Fromage, throwing some dice around, and the horse is still doing horse things over in this corner. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rather interesting game of bolt action. If you've got any comments or questions about this or wargaming in general, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll certainly respond to all comments and sections. But as always, thanks for watching. Do take care, may your dice roll well, and I'll catch you all in the next video. So, bye-bye for now.